Hey guys, so yeah, first period, we had some technical difficulties. We were about to show this problem, so I figured I'd record it for you guys. We'll talk about it later, but I figured I didn't want to leave you like in suspense because I know you were you were wondering how to solve this problem so bad. You're waiting on me and I didn't return, so I apologize for that. But what we want to do here is we want to find the number of zeros and we want to identify what they are by factoring setting equal to 0 and then factoring. And then we want to go ahead and we want to identify the real from the complex zeros. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin. All right, so let's go ahead and find the number of zeros total. So we should expect 3 zeros because my degree is 3. All right, we also know there's 2 turning points, but I'm not asking for that right now. So let's go ahead and set this equal to 0. And as we're doing it, we see that we can factor out an x from each of these. So that would leave me with x squared plus 25. So then I would think to myself, well, can I find the factors of 25 that add to give me 0? They are 1 and 25, 5 and 5, or the negative versions of those. Well, guess what? Since they're the same sign, 1 and 25 is going to give me positive 25. 5 and 5 is going to give me positive 10. If I do negative 5, that might get close, but it's going to give me negative 10. So I cannot factor here. So yes, I could use quadratic formula, or I can easily set this equal to 0 and solve. So let's go ahead and set both of these equal to 0. If I set x equals 0, that factor on the outside, I'm done. That is my solution. And if I do the same thing with x plus 25, I need to do a couple of more steps. So just like we saw in the previous example in class today, I would subtract 25 from both sides, and I'd say x squared equals negative 25. And then I would square root both sides. So there are a couple of things going on here. So for one, the left side leaves me with x. For two, we take the square root of any number and we have to put a plus minus in front of it. Always remember that. That should be just in your head. For three, the negative inside the square root becomes an imaginary unit. So we're going to put I there. And then the fourth thing that we would want to look at is what is the square root of 25? Well, the square root of 25 is 5. We know that number. So putting all that together, we get our zeros. Okay, so now let's see which ones are real and which ones are complex. So my real zeros are the real numbers, the ones without imaginary numbers. So I have one real 0 here, and then I have 2 complex zeros here. So what we should expect from this function is that there are, again, 3 zeros. One time it passes the x-axis. The other 2 times for the zeros, they don't pass the x-axis. So these would not be x-intercepts, but they are complex zeros. And that's how you find the difference between real zeros and complex zeros.